Hello, this is Sandy with Sandy's Crafty Creations. This is Finish It Friday for this Halloween mini album. This will be the last video for Finish It Friday because I will be finishing it today. I'm going to work on the last few pages. I've pre-cut my papers, and so I'm going to flip over to the next one that needs covered, which I'd already patterned this solid page here, and then I need to do this little page and the flaps for it. So starting off with this, I cut this one and rounded the corners for this top one here, and the measurements are, move some stuff out of the way, 5 7/8 tall by 3 1/2 wide, and I rounded the corners. And let's see here, I'm going to stick that on there with the ATG gun. I'm going to pattern everything first, as I've done in the past few videos, and then add the decorations. So we're going to put this one on right here, and make sure that it does not go over your fold line up here where this flips up there. So we've got that up there, we leave that like that. This one goes on the bottom here, and this one's 3 1/2 wide by 4 1/2 tall. One goes in here, and pay attention to the directions of your pattern paper on these flaps because you want them to be going the correct way. You don't want them upside down. And then we're going to flip this open, and we have two little short flaps here, so we pattern inside that. So this one's cut a little shorter so that it fits down in there. So the length is 5 5/8 by 3 1/2. Slip that in there, and then just bring it up here at the top. Okay, and then this one down here is 3 1/2 wide by about 4 1/4, and I also rounded the corners on both of those before I put them down, and I did that ahead of time just to save some time. So this is going to go in this way, that one's cut a little bit wider than it should have been, so I'm going to trim it down just a tad. Maybe for this one, more like 3 1/4. I don't know why that one would be smaller, but we just want to trim it down some. Okay, that's a little off. I'm looking at it upside down, so having to fiddle with this. Sorry about that. There we go. We got that one in. Now this back one here, I'm going to use the bats. And it is 7 1/4 tall by 4 3/4 wide. And that goes right here. And you have to cut this to fit between these two folds here, so it doesn't cover the whole page entirely. And then these next little pieces are 2 1/2 tall by, we've got 3 1/2, so let's fit these and make sure that they're not too long. That one works. So this one goes here, so we'll put that one down. I think the other one may have to be trimmed just a tiny bit. So this one goes here, and I angle cut to match the tab that we have in here. And make sure it doesn't go over the fold line. Yeah, this one I'm going to trim it down just a little bit on the bottom and on one side. punch this angle here on this one side so it matches up, and that fits better. So it ended up being about 3 3/8 wide, so I cut off about 1/8 of an inch by about 2 1/4 tall. So just had to make that one fit a little bit better. Okay, that's patterned, so that's ready for decorating, and then we get to the next one here. Here inside this pocket piece, I have a piece that's 7 1/4 by 1.5 inches. I'm going to use the spider web side for it to insert here. Really stick down good today. Slide it in. Okay. And then this solid piece here, using the orange chevron, 7 1/4 long, tall by 5 1/2 wide. And it's the opposite back side of the spider webs. And then for inside that pocket, I cut a piece of paper out that was 12 inches. I left it 12 inches, and it is a little bit under 7. It's about 6 7/8 tall, rounded the corners. So this makes just a booklet like that. And I'm going to just slide that in that pocket. And you have to hold it up, the page up straight, so that it goes all the way in as far as you need it to go. So that's going to sit down in there like that. Kind of, there we go. Make it even, there we go. Now we're ready for this set of flaps here. So for the center here, I have it 1 inch wide by 7 1/4 tall. And this goes between the folds, so don't cover the fold lines. And on each side of this, I'm going to put spider webs. So cut these 7 1/4 tall. I think they're 2 inches. Yeah, 2 inches wide. Got 2 of these in the spider web. And then you flip it up on the left side, and I have these same sizes, the 7 1/4 long by 2 inches wide. And then flip these up, and they're going to be the same. So the dot goes here. So 7¼ by 2 inches wide. And then this is also a pocket. So I've cut a piece 7¼ by 2 inches wide. It was a piece of scrap, so it had left over. And I have not made an insert yet for that pocket, so I'll probably do that when I do the decorating. See what we have. I may just make single tags or something like that. So I'm going to get this in here there. Okay, then we flip back to our last page. We have a flap here. For this one, I'm going to use this paper with the glitter on it. So it is 7¼ inches tall by 4 5/8 wide. Goes right here. And flip that back, and on the inside I'm going to put this same size, 7¼ by 4 5/8. Then I'm going to put this glittery, and it's a 7¼ tall by 6 3/4 wide. And lastly, we have the front of the pocket, so I use this along that edge, so it is to cover the pocket 8 3/4 long by 3 3/4 tall. So pay attention to the direction again on that. We're just going to cover the top of the pocket with that. Like that, and it is patterned. So now we're ready to go back and add some decorating in here wherever we decide we might need something.